I mean, Ken said that very early on, that it was, fathers and sons was what this was about. And I think, whether you're playing a god or, a human or whatever, you make it real and relatable. And that was the smart thing about this story. It wasn't, the backdrop was a film about gods, but it was about, human beings at the core of it, and then the relationships, fathers and sons, So at the beginning of the film, Thor comes in as a brash, cocky young guy with a ton of power at his fingertips, and is about to basically become the ruler of the kingdom and that realm. And I think Odin sees a lot of things in Thor that that he was full of when he was younger, and not so good things, the sort of act before he thinks about it kind of deal, and so he's sort of questioning Thor if he's ready to be, to become the next king, and so it's all about sort of him learning some humility, and it comes to the point when Thor goes against his father's word and the way things are done, and sort of takes off on his own and creates chaos, and then is punished for it by being sent to Earth as a mortal to learn the lesson. That was what was so interesting about Ken doing a movie like this. His background is his character in Shakespeare, and to come and do a huge blockbuster type film like this, I think was genius on their behalf. Just because you have the two worlds, meld beautifully. Why can't you have the blockbuster without really strong characters and and subtext and with someone like Ken? It's a beautiful blend of sort of science fiction and then the Viking era. It was the first time, I think, acting that I had put on a costume and really felt like the character, it sold the picture, And I think the film is constantly contrasting. It has a beautiful element about it, from, Asgard to Earth, and then from, gods in these costumes to Earth people, and human beings. And with the fight sequences, you have big dramatic flying and stunts and magic and all sorts of things, and then hand-to-hand combat, with a bunch of guys, beating the hell out of each other. The Thor and Jane stuff was it was fantastic. It was great. Natalie is beautiful and talented, and all of the above. So working with her was just was a dream.